An uncontrollable force, unlocking life and unleashing chaos. As our planet heats up, the weather is getting more extreme.
Yeah, it's behind us. Go, go, go!
More terrifying.
Oh, the house is going, the house is going!
And even more catastrophic.
Get away from the windows now! Come on!
With incredible self-shot footage.
Oh my God! Please, pray for us.
From the front line of fear.
I just remember thinking this, are you joking? Is that what was coming at us?
We witness firsthand
It feels like you're in a war.
the wrath of Mother Nature.
I thought for sure he was going to drown.
There is nothing you can do to stop a wall of flame that's devouring everything it touches. No, 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 no.
From twisted tales of terror
Unbelievable.
There was warnings out there, but I underestimated Mother Nature.
earth-shattering natural disasters,
All we see is like the ocean just coming towards us.
and stories of sheer destruction.
Everything around you that you worked so hard for, just gone.
We meet the people who have stared death in the face.
It's terrifying, absolutely terrifying.
I don't think either of us intended to get hit by the core of the tornado.
And survive the full force of the world's deadliest weather. Coming up, New Year's Eve turns into hell on Earth for these firemen trapped inside an inferno of wildfires.
It was literally like we were in hell. That firestorm was going to eat us alive.
Wow! Unbelievable!
A pair of storm chasers hunt down a violent tornado in Tescott, Kansas.
Anyone who was in the path of that needed to definitely be taking shelter.
Oh, the house is going! The house is going!
And in the Philippines,
Oh my God!
a bone-rattling earthquake unleashes terror on families.
We have never encountered this.
December 2019. In Australia, intense bushfires on a staggering scale have been ravaging the country for 6 months. The nation is on high alert for where and when they might strike next. But New Year's Eve is looming, and despite the risks, many families are heading to the coast for some summer sun. Tourism continues in New South Wales, where miles of pristine beaches and national parks make the coastline a magnet for sightseers, including Gilly and Andrew Flaxman.
We are a family of 6. We have 4 children, 3 girls, 1 boy, and ranging from 10 till 3. We're with my sister-in-law and her family as well.
We were on a surf safari. We were super excited. We packed our caravan, we had surfboards and wetsuits. Our summer holiday plans was to surf all day.
Well,
The family set up camp in Lake Conjola.
Lots of people were camping and holidaying there. It's a beautiful place.
We were looking forward to this trip for the last 10 years. It's like a paradise down there. It's a postcard down there.
But trouble is brewing in paradise. Unpredictable bushfires are approaching from inland, directly towards Lake Conjola.
You could smell, smoke in the air. We had our fire out because we were trying to stay in a safe zone, but we did want to enjoy our holiday.
We felt a little bit safe because, for one, we didn't think the fire was going to come near us, and 2, we were surrounded by a body of water. There was a huge lake right in front of us. We were camping like literally meters from the lake. Helicopters were flying overhead. You could smell smoke in the air, but it felt like it was so far away, and it just became the norm.
Also in the danger zone is the coastal town of Bateman's Bay, where Zoe Simmons and her partner are heading to spend New Year's Eve with her mum.
The potential danger of the bushfires were on my mind, but I kind of tried to not let it ruin seeing my mum again and being home again. I felt like I'd be okay. It's possibly a dumb decision in hindsight. I definitely did not anticipate what would happen next.
You cannot see the car that is 20 metres in front of you.
When I got to Bateman's Bay and saw how thick the smoke was, it was pretty nerve-wracking. It just enveloped you, and something I'd never experienced on the coast before.
It is a mixture of fog and smoke.
On December 31st, authorities urge everyone to head to designated shelters.
Emergency warning, those in the Bay Area are being told it's too late to leave and to seek shelter.
I arrived at the evacuation centre, I think, around 9 a.m. on New Year's Eve. This is the Bateman's Bay Hanging Rock Evacuation Centre. And on one side, the sky was still bright blue, and then on the other, looking back to where we'd just come from, it was smoky and orange. Fun. And then at one point, the bushland nearby actually caught fire, so the fire was less than 100 metres away.
It's so smoky. Everyone get inside. Keep away from the smoke. Stay safe.
Across the state, emergency services attempt to save communities from the spreading infernos. In the town of Wyoming, firefighter Irvin Blankefor and Deputy Captain Jasper Croft are preparing for their shift.
New South Wales was put in a state of emergency twice in this small amount of time, and that barely ever happens. It was one of those days, it was hot, it was 40 degrees, it was windy, it was just a perfect day for fires.
We got the call to go to Nowra to send the strike team to assist over there.
It was a 4-hour drive, responding under lights and sirens. I knew for myself this could be a big day. And as you got closer, you could see the plumes of smoke, you could see the wind was picking up. But once we got down there, never expecting to be driving into the firestorm that we hit.
When we arrived, there was a bit of smoke about and it started to get slightly dark, but it still felt safe. And all of a sudden, as we approached that RFS vehicle, it started to get darker and darker. And then we started seeing more amber attacks, we started seeing more flames.
Jasper?
And then suddenly everything around us was on fire and the firestorm hit.
It was full on. This fire front is now on top of us.
Large-scale wildfires like those in Australia feed off hot, windy conditions and dry fuel to burn. But to ignite the inferno, bolts of lightning are often to blame. In Arizona,
here it goes.
Hikers come across a tree moments after it's been struck by lightning, demonstrating how easily deadly wildfires can begin. Thankfully, firefighters were quick on the scene, extinguishing the smouldering situation. In Florida, this woman decides to get a closer look at an incoming thunderstorm. Luckily, she's indoors, because this sudden bolt, meters from where she stood, could have killed her. In Tunisia, a group of British tourists watch in awe as a sinister storm moves in from the Mediterranean Sea. the holidaymakers take shelter.
Just move away from anything now. Daniel, just right above us. Get away from that pool and everything. Daniel, please. Daniel, come away from that pool and everything. Honestly. It's so big and so dangerous. Right above us.
But lightning is a silent killer, making no noise until it strikes, giving this man a serious shock. Fortunately, the bolt narrowly missed him.
Oh my goodness!
Kansas, the holy grail for one of the world's most dangerous weather phenomenons, tornadoes. The state averages 96 tornadoes each year and attracts some of the country's most competitive weather fanatics, including seasoned storm chasers Connor McCrory and Eric Duncan. The pair have set up base in Kansas, where they think there is a high likelihood of tornadic activity in the coming days.
We're gonna see some big tornadoes.
Gonna get close.
Tornadoes are extremely hard to predict. There's a lot that goes into forecasting for a storm chase. Before I leave on any chase, I spend several days leading up to it, looking at models, trying to figure out where exactly the conditions are gonna set up best for tornadoes.
Storm chasing is a niche and notoriously dangerous hobby. Chasers have died on pursuits, and both men know the risks too well.
This is our farewell message to the world. We went out doing what we loved.
You have to be ready to die. You don't do this if you're not prepared to die.
The pair follow radar and storm reports to Tescott, a small city with a population of just a few hundred people. They scour the skies for telltale signs of tornadic activity.
Circulation's right there. So you can see those curtains wrapping.
We'd been in the car for 7.5 hours up to that point, just waiting, hoping, fingers crossed. And there it was.
Wow, it's moving right towards us.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna wanna go north and then east.
Oh.
Can we do that now?
Yeah.
That tornado went from a wall cloud to a wedge in a matter of like 2 minutes. It was insane.
Large tornado on the ground right now.
The mood in the car was, yes! Like, we did it, you know, we're here we are. Getting ready to get right up next to it, you know. Drove all this way, no weather chasers around, score.
Trying to play catch up. There it is.
The moment you see a tornado like that and the adrenaline instantly kicks in, it's impossible not to get excited.
Very large tornado on the ground.
Wow.
I start getting really excited because I know this is it. We're going for it.
You ready to experience it? You ready? You ready for this?
Eric got really excited. I got excited but expressed it a little differently. I got really focused.
You ready?
We go north on this road? Hey. Should we go north here? Because this road ends. This road ends.
This road ends?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You certain?
Yeah, just. The Tescott tornado was moving very fast.
Are you sure it ends?
Yeah. Well, go.
You have to be 5 steps ahead of that tornado. It can change direction, and you want to make sure that you're in position to stay ahead of it.
Come on, dude. Come on, move it.
Let's go around.
The pair are approaching the largest type of tornado, known as a wedge.
Wedge tornadoes, because of their size, pose a huge threat to anyone they impact. They tend to have very violent winds, so there's opportunity for great destruction.
You ready to dance? You ready to dance with a wedge? Man, we're in trees. That's perfect.
Let's keep going, man. We gotta get a view of it.
With their vision obscured, the pair are in a vulnerable position behind the tree line.
Most people would think you're protected because you got trees, but those trees that you think are protecting you are actually going to wind up blowing straight through your car.
It's ready to get slammed. Here we go.
Watch out for
debris.
Right when we cleared the tree line,
Here we go.
I look left, bam, there it is.
Large tornado on the ground right now!
Keep going, keep going, keep going. When we cleared that tree line and we got that view, it just became instantly obvious to us the kind of monster that we were really dealing with.
Massive wedge! Wow! Unbelievable!
Anyone who was in the path of that needed to definitely be taking shelter. That tornado was certainly capable of destroying a house.
Violent tornado on the ground.
With the roads getting slick, I was starting to get a little bit worried that something bad might happen if Eric wasn't careful enough with his driving. Most of the roads in that part of Kansas are dirt roads, which means that when it rains, they turn to mud.
Stand by. I'm watching the corners.
We're going around the corner, the wedge is getting ready to pop out in front of us. Truck starts to slide. That road's sloppy, and I'm in a hurry. We got to get up to this tornado.
I'm drifting this corner. We're okay.
Your wheels are slipping, mud's flying everywhere. There's baseball-sized hail, chunks of ice falling out of the sky, smashing into your truck. You're just trying to stay on the road and stay alive and get close to the tornado.
Wow! How close are we? Unbelievable!
This is one of the most photogenic, beautiful, violent forces of nature I've ever seen.
It appeared to be moving somewhere around 45 to 50 miles per hour. It was clearly very strong, at least EF3, but may have been a little bit higher. It had a crazy dark appearance to it, a really dirty wedge, sucking up a lot of dirt.
Oh, the house is going!
The moment you realize that a tornado poses a threat to someone's life, it makes your heart stop. Nobody wants to see the kind of damage a tornado can do.
Incredibly, the tornado narrowly avoids the farmhouse. Despite the obvious danger, the pair are still trying to get ahead of the tornado so they can intercept it and get as close as humanly possible.
We had accomplished our main goal at this point, but we still wanted more.
We're about ready to find a road to turn left to go north and get close to it. Bam! There's these other chasers.
You gotta move, come on! Come on, man!
They cut us off. They go slow. They wouldn't let us pass.
Even stopping for just a few seconds on a tornado like that could be the difference between catching back up with it or losing it.
We knew it was over. That was it.
The frustrated pair call off the chase, but are left in awe at the power of Mother Nature.
You know, when you see that tornado getting right up next to that house, I thought the house was gone. I thought anybody in it was going to be dead. That tornado missed that house by just barely.
The thing that's so impressive about wedge tornadoes is their stunning display of strength and power. I've experienced a lot of the magnificent, wonderful, powerful phenomena that nature has to offer, but there's nothing like being right next to a violent tornado. The adrenaline is so crazy, the excitement is unlike anything else on this planet.
Unbelievable!
Connor and Eric skillfully chase down a fearsome wedge tornado. But driving into deadly weather can be a one-way street to disaster.
Let's watch this.
In South Carolina, this flooded underpass is a deluge of danger.
He ain't gonna make it. There's no damn way in hell.
But the driver of this truck is in too deep.
Oh, he's floating, buddy. I don't know why in the hell he tried it. Now he's stuck. Look at the police car now.
It's too late now to check the weather apps.
Dumbass.
In Russia, the owner of this car left his dash cam running, capturing an insanely violent tornado, which turns roofing into rogue projectiles. Luckily, the driver wasn't in at the time. In California, it seems to be the perfect weather for a leisurely drive. But Mother Nature can hit you when you least expect it. Getting a stony reaction from this driver.
Unbelievable.
Lancashire, the north of England. From above, miles of rolling hills and unspoilt countryside. From below, a vast labyrinth of caves, including Lost John's Cave, part of the Easgill Caverns, one of the most complex cave systems in Britain, popular with adrenaline seekers, like Bob Johnson.
I've been caving for about 12 years. I enjoy caving, really, because it's a part of the world where nobody else really goes. A lot of people don't see what's beneath our feet, and the danger and the excitement of it, the unknown. The Yorkshire Dales being Northern England's mecca for caving.
Lost John's Cave is an active cave, 200 metres below ground level. It's constantly filled with rainwater. But in flood-prone Lancashire, that can be catastrophic.
Caves are quite prone to flooding, so checking the weather is really important. And if you don't treat those caves with respect, or nature with respect, it's going to end up in disaster.
Despite a recent spell of heavy rain, Bob and his group decided it was safe to enter.
It was a mutual agreement. Two other colleagues had been down there many times before, so they knew the route very well. Our aim was to get into Lost John's Cave and enter the tube and exit the cave. That tube is about 15 to 20 metres long and about 3 feet in diameter. It's filled with water. Although the levels on this day were quite low, it can flood quite quickly.
Bob was part of a group of 6 experienced cavers, some who had explored the cave many times before. But inside, conditions were challenging.
The cave itself has an active stream in it. It's very wet, it's very gritty, there's a lot of abrasion and impact on your body, your knees, your elbows. It's very dark in there without light. You can't even see your hands in front of you. After about 4 hours of crawling, descending, squeezing through tight rocks, crawling on our knees, we arrived at the tube. It was decided that I would go third due to my size and my ability. My colleagues trust me and I trust them. Effectively, our lives are in each other's hands. Our safety is in each other's hands. I took off my harness, my safety harness, and my descending equipment, make it easier to access the tube itself and to be able to get through there with less space. And I started to crawl through the tube. And as I started to crawl into the tube, I realised it was getting tighter, and with it being an active cave, the water was filling up my caving suit and my wellies, making me larger. At this point, I managed to get my chest stuck on a spike. And I called for help.
There's someone on top of us now. Yeah, I'm not gonna see it. Stuck.
The water was going above my face. It was filling my suit up even more. For some reason, I don't know why, I panicked.
Bob's body is blocking the gushing rainwater, which is now rapidly rising around him.
The water had nowhere to go, so the water level was rising. I was effectively a cork in a bottle.
Flooded caves are just one way Mother Nature can trap her victims. If you're claustrophobic, look away now. In Brazil, a family get their hands dirty to try and unclog this waterlogged drain caused by heavy rain. It all seems like fun and games, until the drain creates a human vacuum and the man and boy are both swallowed up by the siphon. Luckily, they resurfaced a few feet down the pipeline after a draining ordeal. In Canada, this cat finds itself snowed in completely. But he's no scaredy cat and has the perfect solution to his entrapment. After making one last-ditch leap for freedom, he's free and can make the most of the snow day. Back in Lancashire, England, caver Bob Johnson is still trapped in a flooded cave system.
I thought I was on the verge of drowning. And I was swallowing water, and that was just escalating the panic. I was fighting to get out. I saw what was called the white light, which I've heard about. It scared me. I thought actually things were over. I can hear my colleagues shouting at me to relax.
Unable to free himself, the group form a human chain and desperately try to pull him back the way he's come.
Eventually, two colleagues crawled into the tube behind me to make a human chain to pull me out.
After 5 agonizing minutes, Bob's ordeal is over. Caving accidents like this are extremely rare, but Bob had a lucky escape.
Looking back on the day itself, I think without the two colleagues that pulled me out of the cave, out of the tube, I don't really think I'd be here to tell the story.
But Bob can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
I didn't let this event beat me. I got stuck in a cave. I'm not going to give it up. It's a sport I enjoy.
Across New South Wales, blistering bushfires continue their assault. It's now too late to leave. In Bateman's Bay, Zoe Simmons is trapped in an evacuation centre.
The smoke is really bad. A thing that just has stuck with me is how red the sky got. Like, it was like we were in hell. The sky just doesn't go that colour. The wind changed a couple of minutes ago and this happened. And then it was almost surrounding us. It's apocalyptic. This is the middle of the day. The scary part was there was the potential for death, and that in itself is terrifying. I think people are a bit more scared. We haven't heard anything from the RFS nearby, but we have been seeing helicopters and stuff dropping water. Stay safe, everyone.
As Zoe and hundreds of others hunker down, local firefighters battle to keep the fires from reaching the evacuation centre.
I didn't know if I was going to be okay. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know where the fire was. There were fires over there. It was really weird because it was New Year's Eve and the whole world celebrating and we're burning. Just keep away from the smoke. It's surreal. This might be my last update for a while.
60 miles up the coast, danger is also looming on the horizon at Lake Conjola, where Jilly and Andrew Flaxman are holidaying with their family.
We had no idea that the fire was going to come near us. The weather reports, the charts we were looking at said the fire was over 100 kilometres away. So that day, to think that fires were going to come near us, not a chance, not a clue.
But across the lake, the view looks very different to Brett Cripps, who is keeping lookout from his beachfront property.
We've had the house in Conjola for 50 years. We never really had a fire escape plan, but I wanted to go and have a look at where the fire was coming from. And then a huge wall of flames came over the top of the hill. There was nothing that we could do to stop this fire. It was out of control.
Brett and his 75-year-old father flee the family home and use Brett's boat to escape. Their big concern is the group of tourists staying on the other side of the lake.
The fire was coming from the back end of where Andrew and Jilly are staying, so they could not tell what was coming over the hill. It just went through Conjola Park like tissue paper.
Out of nowhere, it just started. Then it became super smoky, really dark. I went, oh man, this is bad. This is really bad.
When we were trying to work out where to go and what to do, there really was nowhere to go. Towards the road there was fire, next to the cars there was fire. There really was only the lake for us to go into.
When I arrived at the jetty and saw the Flaxman, the situation was dire. I told them, you've got to get in the boat.
Brett, his father, and the entire Flaxman family escape in his boat.
I remember as the boat was pulling away, it was this surreal moment, and I could see the whole mountain on fire, just this big burning inferno. And I just remember thinking, are you serious? Are you joking? Is that what was coming at us?
But Mother Nature isn't done yet. Updraft from the ferocious flames is generating more wind, unleashing huge waves on the previously placid lake.
The fires were jumping and roaring along each side of the lake shore, and the wind was that intense. It was creating its own weather system inside the fire.
Somehow, the waves became like a foot in the lake. It was like the ocean.
The realisation of, as we were pulling away, of how serious it was, and knowing that two of the kids couldn't swim.
First responders fight back at the fires, which are burning towards hundreds of families. But the Wyoming street team in Nowra are themselves falling victim to the deadly fires.
When we were in the thick of it, there was flames everywhere. It was dark smoke, it was angry, and it was getting hot in there.
Yes, sir, put the blanket up.
The use of the fire blanket was to shield us as a crew from the heat. I put the blanket up for Grant, the driver, to ensure that he's protected so he can drive us out of there.
But no amount of personal protective equipment, PPE, that we had would protect us from that situation. We had breathing apparatus as well. But regardless of what we were wearing, what we had on, that firestorm was going to eat us alive.
You can hear crackling, you can hear flames. It's like surrounded. You can hear like surround sound of just everything going on at once.
If that fire had got too intense and smashed at one of the windows, we would have suffocated. The inside of the truck would have flashed over, meaning that the whole inside of the truck would have been alight like the outside of the truck. It would have been instant death for us there and then. It was literally like we were in hell. The only way we're going to get out of there is to push on.
Meanwhile, the Flaxman family, Brett and his father, are still stranded in a lake, engulfed in blistering heat.
We could hear the wind, we could hear the fire. The kids had tea towels over their face. That is how hot it was.
The radiant heat in the middle of the lake is extreme. It felt like we're at war. It felt like we were in a war zone.
But in that moment, the wind completely changed and went the other way. We were just unbelievably grateful, unbelievably grateful that our kids were safe.
After 3.5 hours, the group are able to return to the smouldering shoreline.
In my wildest dreams, I did not think we were going to come back to nothing.
They dropped us back to our site. And I remember looking at all this burning stuff, my burning car, my burning caravan, and just not caring at all. At the end of the day, your stuff doesn't matter.
No.
We'd saved our most prized possessions. Our prized possessions were our kids and our family and our loved ones.
The Flaxmans were lucky. 7 people died and nearly 200 homes were lost in the New Year's Eve fires which swept New South Wales's coast. The evacuation centres in Bateman's Bay kept over 1,000 people safe, hemmed in by a ring of deadly fire.
I left the evacuation centre next day, early in the morning, to see if the house was okay. And it was so weird. You drive along the highway and some houses would be gone and other houses would have their fences scorched. When I got home and saw the house was still standing, I felt this just wave of relief wash through me. Like I'd been holding my breath the entire time, not knowing if it would survive, and I felt so lucky.
Brett Cripps wasn't as fortunate.
There's our house. Was our house.
His family home was incinerated.
I've accepted what happened. I accepted what happened that day because of the closure of me watching the house burn.
Unbelievable.
I now respect what a fire can do. I don't think we'll ever see that in my time ever again. It was a one-in-a-lifetime type fire. If I hadn't have got to the pontoon and yelled out to the Flaxmans, I dare say their whole family wouldn't be here today.
They absolutely saved our 2 little families, and for that, we're so grateful.
So grateful.
So grateful for these great guys.
Miraculously, Jasper, Irvin, and the entire crew of the vehicle in Nowra escaped the inferno unscathed.
We could have lost our life. Just that glass breaking, it could have been done over, just like that.
My kids could have been without a father and my partner without her partner, and it scares you a little bit, but it still doesn't stop me from doing my job. A lot of the time it's a losing battle. These fires are they're bigger than we are and stronger than we are. We can't control it, we're just at its mercy, so you need to respect it, I think.
The Philippines, one of the most natural disaster-prone countries on Earth. It sits on the Ring of Fire, a deadly arc of ocean trenches, tectonic plates, and active volcanoes, which can unleash eruptions, tsunamis, and earthquakes with little warning. But people here are used to the constant threat of Mother Nature. And for Dutch national Rodney Hoogeboom and his Filipino wife Viv, it's a way of life.
The first earthquake I experienced was in the Philippines. almost every year there's an earthquake, and not just once, it's multiple times. People don't get really shocked when earthquake happens, but of course when a big one happens, things go wrong.
Rod, Viv, and their 6 children live in a towering skyscraper in metropolitan Manila. A sprawling urban area made up of 16 cities and over 12 million people. When natural disasters strike here, there's few places to hide. Monday, April 22nd, 2019. It's a national holiday as the country celebrates Easter Monday.
Very welcome here in Manila, Quezon City.
The family are having dinner on the 24th floor of their apartment block.
Happy Easter.
At that time, we were actually doing chocolate fondue, and we were having spaghetti.
50 miles north in Pampanga, Erica Santos is also making the most of the Easter break.
On that day, April, our family ko na pumunta sa resort para mag-swimming. May mga bata, may mga matanda.
Suddenly, tremors begin.
Oh my gosh!
The unmistakable sign of an earthquake.
Oh my gosh!
Panic ripples through the resort as families scramble to safety.
Tapos po, doon po ako tumingin sa taas. Nakita ko nga po yung mga puno. Gumagalaw po sila. Tapos po, may mga sumisigaw na tao. Yung iba po, tumatakbo, gano'n. Tapos po ako parang naramdam ng hilo. Tapos po yung mga bata, may mga batang sumisigaw, umiiyak.
Back in Metro Manila, the earthquake is also being felt.
There's an earthquake going on, and we have never encountered like that, only on the ground floor, so we're actually not sure what we have to do. If you have to go, hey, we need to get a shirt and we need to get out, I think.
I got nervous. We knew it was an earthquake, so we thought we better start moving because it's quite hard.
It is serious, man. Serious. It is shouting, man.
But then we realized something was really wrong when we found out that everybody was going outside of their homes and then going through the emergency exit.
People are getting out of the lift. Go there or go at the end. People are getting out of the building.
So that was like, oh, this is serious. And then we said, we have to get our stuff and get out as soon as possible.
Have to get out.
I have experienced earthquake, but knowing that you are high up in that building, yeah, I got nervous. It was not like a small earthquake, it was really like serious earthquake.
The family has to be quick. They're on the 24th floor of their apartment block, the worst place to be when tremors start.
Do you have the keys? Do we have the keys, Vivian? Yeah? No. Lock it. Oh, we have never encountered this.
During a natural disaster of this magnitude, chances of survival depend almost entirely on the sturdiness of your shelter. These makeshift tents house hundreds of people who had their homes destroyed by another Filipino earthquake. But weeks later, Mother Nature cruelly attacks again, unleashing terror with this violent hailstorm. But despite the deluge, no one was hurt. In Australia, this man decides to film a freakishly strong storm from a seemingly safe spot. It all seems funny at first.
You're so funny.
But in winds this strong,
This is all going at 130 km an hour plus.
anything can happen.
I think this is the spot we need to get in.
In Pennsylvania, a sudden storm puts these portable toilets out of service.
Damn, son.
But when you've got to go, you've got to go. And the man inside is almost flushed away by the storm. Back in Manila, millions of people are feeling the effects of a strong and potentially deadly earthquake, including Rod, Viv, and their 6 children, who are 24 floors up.
We didn't feel very safe because everywhere you had the high-rise buildings. So, no, you didn't feel safe. I didn't feel safe.
Around the neighborhood, buildings sway from the strength of the tremors. The family raced to the ground floor, knowing the trembling tower block could be reduced to rubble within seconds. Nearby, one skyscraper shakes so violently that water is thrown from the rooftop pool to the street below. Back in Pampanga, the previously placid pool has turned into churning rapids.
Oh my gosh! Noong pong araw na yun, nakita ko po yung kuya ko, nasa tubig pa po siya. Nililigtas niya po yung 2 bata doon. Tapos po ako, nagpapanik po ako, tinatawag ko po siya. Sabi ko po, kuya, dito ka na, kasi po baka po malunod siya.
Amidst the chaos, Erica's thoughts go to her other family members.
Yung anak po kasi, yung ate ko po kasi, nagtatrabaho, yung trabaho niya yung para po sa mall. Siyempre, matataas po yun, may pangamba po, as in takot.
Let's go! Oh my God!
Back in Manila, Rod, Viv, and their 6 children are desperately trying to reach the ground floor.
Getting down from the 20-foot floor all the way down felt like an eternity. With an earthquake, you never know if you're safe. I mean, the aftershocks can sometimes be worse than the actual earthquake.
But even once finally outside, the danger is far from over.
If this thing collapses, if ever something happens, of course, we're gonna get out of here. Manila is one of the busiest cities, of course, in the world. So high-rise buildings everywhere, so there's nowhere actually to run. So that was a scary thing.
Both families were okay. But the 6.1 magnitude earthquake left 18 dead, 3 missing, and injured over 250.
This earthquake in Manila was the heaviest and most scary thing we've ever experienced. And I hope to never ever experience it again. The most frightening thing from this whole experience was, of course, that you want to have your kids safe. And as a family, that all of us will survive.
In this episode, we've seen how bushfires can engulf emergency services and wipe out entire communities overnight.
Unbelievable.
We have witnessed just what it feels like to be trapped in a tornado.
Wow!
And we've watched the terror of Mother Nature when it catches people off guard. And next time, there will be more. Because deadly weather stops for no one.